Well, let me tell you a fable or three, all about a fox who was always hungry. That critter'd beg, borrow, or steal. Use any trick to get a meal. He'd even cheat for something to eat. Could not be trusted to clean up the crumbs. The first fable you'll get to know is how the fox fooled the crow. Now from afar upon a breeze, the fox detects the smell of cheese. His nose would lead him high and low until he came to sense a crow perched on a branch. That bird wasn't going to take a chance. To eat in peace was the crow's desire, and a piece was what the fox was after too. Now the crow was so far on a limb, and the fox's waistline is getting slim. To get the cheese before it rot, the fox decided on a plot. He'd fool the crow. That bird would soon enough know that the way to this fox's heart is through his stomach. Good day, friend Crow. How did you ever get such black and shiny feathers? Such beauty surely makes you proud. Wherever you fly, you draw a crowd. The crow took the bait. The fox wouldn't have long to wait, and flattery was getting him somewhere. You know, though, there's just one thing wrong. If you could only sing a song, if through the woods your voice was heard, you'd be the best of any bird. The crow was fooled. Flattery was the fox's tool. And if you fall for flattery, so will your cheese. The fox is still hungry, and that's nothing new. The Fox and the Grapes, that's fable number 2. Now, one fine day, the sun did shine on juicy grapes high on the vine. The fox came along, gave a sigh. He wished for wings so he could fly up to the top. No way he'd ever stop. Grapes so tasty, he'd even eat the seeds. Suppose, just suppose, that foxes could fly. They'd all be up there, a-going after those luscious grapes, crowding and bumping one another to be the first in line, slurping and slobbering and stomping to sample those tasty purple morsels. Why, there'd be a traffic jam for grapes, a grape jam. Oh, well. To fill his mouth, he up and leaped. but came down empty in defeat. He'd jump and jump, but always failed to snatch his prize, and so he'd wail, "Let's call it a day." Really didn't want grapes anyway, and besides, those grapes are sour. A gracious guest he'd learned to be. That's the fox and the stork in Fable number 3. Down by the pond among the reeds, the stork was ducking deep to feed. Why work so hard to get a fish? Why not share from Fox's dish? Without hesitation, Stork accepts the invitation. But you know, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Take all you want, drink from the bowl. But it was more like a shallow hole. The stork could barely sip a drop. But nonetheless, that didn't stop the fox from lapping. He was slurping and a-laughing, and for the meal and the joke, Stork picked up the bill. So now the stork was none too happy, and had to think of something snappy. Revenge would be oh so sweet, so Stork invited Fox to eat. Eat out of the trunk, have some berries, take a dunk. And as the stork demonstrated, the fox patiently waited. As soon as Fox got his turn, the food's too deep, he'd quickly learn. Finally, Fox was out of luck. The hole was so tight, he got stuck. Fox flunked the test. Greed had got him in a mess. And to see the stork, you could have guessed. Whoever laughs last, laughs best.